going to talk about women's education, their traditional dress, and their careers in Taiwan's history. First, let's talk about education in Taiwan. As you probably know, Taiwan's historical record mostly dates back to occupation by the Netherlands, a country in Northern Europe. The Netherlands occupied Taiwan from the year 1624 to the year 1662. When the Netherlands occupied Taiwan, preachers, that is, religious leaders, established a school in Xingang. At this school, they taught Aboriginals how to write down their own language in the Latin alphabet, bringing a written language to traditional cultures in Taiwan. They also translated the Holy Bible into Aboriginal languages so that they could spread their religion among the indigenous population. The preachers from the Netherlands recruited many men and originally 60 women to their new school. Over time, however, more and more women enrolled. So many women enrolled that by 1659, the academic performance of women in Taiwan was greater than that of men. This education brought women a new way of life, but it also represented an attack on traditional culture. For example, Aboriginal witches, important in traditional societies, were exiled under the Christian systems that the Netherlands established. Other customs, including customs related to marriage, were changed to match Christian ideals. Because of this, many Aboriginals tried to resist the Netherlands. They didn't want to help destroy their own cultures. Netherlands occupation ended around 1662 when Zhang Chenggang arrived in Taiwan and drove off the Netherlands. At this time, many Han people from mainland China began to travel to Taiwan. Zhang Chenggang changed Christian education systems that had been established in Taiwan into Confucian systems. Under Confucian systems, women are generally not educated, so this was the end of most education for women at this point in Taiwanese history. From the Ming Dynasty through the Qing Dynasty, very few women were educated. Only a few women went to school, and they always came from wealthy families. Further, women who went to school were expected to drop out around age 12 or 13 in preparation for marriage, which usually began around age 14. Some women were educated at home, but usually they only read the female Analects of Confucius and Xiao Jing, or learned how to care for children from their mothers. Women were also expected to follow Confucian moral codes and to be good wives. Later, in 1884, Mackay, a Christian Presbyterian preacher from Canada, established the Dan Sui Female School. Then, in 1887, an English Presbyterian church established the Shin Lo Female School. These were the first schools in Taiwan specifically aimed at educating women. Presbyterian preachers encouraged women to accept education, learning how to read so they could read the Bible, and learning Christian principles so that they could help spread Christianity further in Taiwan. These schools also provided for women's welfare, offering low tuition costs or free tuition, and providing housing and other accommodations to make it easier for women to attend school. It was not common for Han women to accept this Christian education. It was mostly Pingpu women who traveled to these schools for education when they were first established. Pingpu women learned about the Bible, math, geography, and other important Newgong skills, such as sewing, weaving, embroidery, and doll making. Further, women who finished school could join a church and work as a minister's assistant, or they could become school teachers after they graduated. Women in Christian schools learned a much wider range of subjects than women under traditional education. These women's lives began to improve as their opportunities for the future and their worldview expanded in light of this greater education.